CBS Tuesday.
Straight ahead, a wildfire in Blaine County destroyed a home overnight as more evacuations were issued this evening. The latest on the Beaver Creek fire is straight ahead, and firefighters are making progress in the Pine-Featherville area when homeowners could be let back into their houses.
And the weekend is here. We're looking ahead to the forecast. Temperatures are going to be hot, plus how that fire weather change. Any changes to help out the firefighters? I'll tell you in your forecast. But first, Idaho's First News at 10 starts right now.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your Weather Authority forecast. This is Idaho's First News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Topping the news, evacuations continue in Blaine County as the Beaver Creek fire closes in on homes. The sheriff's office is asking people to avoid the Ketchum and Sun Valley areas. The fire is now spreading northeast of Ketchum and Haley. The Red Cross set up their emergency facilities center at the community campus in Haley next to the airport. Blaine County officials are reminding residents of ways to stay safe.
If you have been issued a mandatory evacuation order, please leave your home. If you have been issued a pre-evacuation order for your area, please be prepared to leave your home. Please abide by all law enforcement officer orders.
The sheriff's office has also limited cell service so that essential services can continue in the valley. Several mandatory evacuation orders were issued this evening. All residents from Zinc Spur to Treasure Lane west of Highway 75 and all those who live in Indian Creek, Ohio Gulch, and the Heatherlands are also need to leave their homes immediately. Also added tonight, the area north of East Fork to Hospital Bridge on the east and west sides of the highway are being evacuated. That includes Broadway Run. New pre-evacuation orders have been issued by Blaine County officials. All those from Treasure Lane south to McKercher Boulevard should prepare to leave their homes at any time. That includes those in Aspen Lakes. Also, residents who live west of River Street and north of Cedar Street in Haley should also prepare to leave their homes. Meanwhile, that fire destroyed a large home overnight. These photos were taken this afternoon just miles from where the home burnt down in the Greenhorn drainage area above the Golden Eagle subdivision. That's between Haley and Ketchum. Julie Thomas with the Sawtooth National Forest has confirmed the home was destroyed, but can't tell us much more at this point in time. In related news, St. Luke's Wood River will remain open at this time. Officials say the hospital is not being threatened, but non-essential staff is being asked to leave. The emergency room is still fully functioning and all core services will remain open. Patients who need specialized care are still being transferred as normal. The Haley Clinic will also remain open to take urgent care type patients. Officials ask that if you are experiencing chest pain, shortness of breath, or extreme sudden fatigue, to please head to the emergency room. Hospital officials are ready to leave in case the fire does threaten the hospital.
We have, in combination with Air St. Luke's, who is our ambulance provider, we have sufficient ground ambulance transport stationed here at the hospital and throughout the valley to be able to help us effectively evacuate any patients that we might have in an expedient manner. They've got us to the point where they said they'd have plenty of notice for us.
Emergency officials will alert the public if the hospital closes down completely. Now, some flights have been canceled to and from Sun Valley due to the wildfire. Alaska Airlines suggests you check your flight status before heading to the Freeman Memorial Airport. If you plan to travel between now and August 19th, you can change your flight via the airline. Passengers may opt to fly out of Boise as an alternative. The Elk Fire in Elmore County continues to cause destruction, but there's some good news for homeowners as firefighters make progress. Rachel Holt for Idaho's First News brings us the latest.
The elk fire has spread to over 125,000 acres. Lightning sparked the fast-moving fire Wednesday.
The elk fire grew in the last 7 days 125,000 acres, so that just shows you the intensity. Some of the fire took 50 to 60,000 acres in a day.
Over 81 structures have burned down. The cost of the fire is estimated at more than $6.1 million. Despite an evacuation order and the loss of 38 area homes, some residents are choosing not to leave.
It wasn't threatening to us necessarily.
Pat and Cindy Christensen have lived in the area 6 years, and this isn't the first fire they've experienced. With no water and power for the past 5 days, the couple chose to spend the day golfing.
When you don't have customers, we come out and we golf. We did that last year too.
But with the Christensen's local cafe without business, it's not all fun and games.
It's devastating to us financially. We thought we were just getting to the point where we could start functioning again, and then this happens. It's tough.
A fire last year set the family back more than $35,000, and this year it could be even worse.
August is usually when we put the money aside to get us through the winter. And that's what's not happening.
I think they're just trying to have a life somewhat normal as can be here. So we just try to keep them updated of what's going on in the situation.
Officials are still cautious about letting residents back in.
We want to make sure that before we let them back to their residence that it's safe for them to come back and there's no hazards for them.
Residents like the Christensens are hopeful for a return to normalcy in the next couple of days. In Pine, Rachel Holt, Idaho's First News.
On Sunday afternoon at 5, Pine-Featherville Road will open to residents. In order to enter the area, proof of residency is required. As a result of the wildfire evacuations, hotels near Twin Falls are seeing an influx of guests. More than 600 homes have been asked to evacuate, and many of them are coming south to spend the night.
We are seeing an increase in reservations. We just actually had a guest call make rooms for tonight. You needed 3 rooms because of the situation. I anticipate we will see additional reservations at our hotel and our market.
This morning, about half of the hotel rooms had already been rented. The Red Lion Hotel already has firefighters cycling in and out on a regular basis. The advantage for Wood River residents is there are things for them to do here locally. We do have some good news in regards to the McCann fire this evening. Firefighters are gaining the upper hand on that wildfire, which is just northwest of Fairfield. The fire has destroyed 23,000 acres, but containment is now at 70%. Firefighters are expected to have full containment sometime next week. Chief Meteorologist Brian Newdorf joins us now. And what are the fire conditions looking like as we head into the weekend? And
they still have red flag warnings that go until Saturday. Winds could pick up on Sunday. It's still probably not going to get any better. We don't see anything helping them from Mother Nature's standpoint. First of all, before we get to the information up there, let's take a look outside with our Mountain Home Auto Ranch roof camera and our sky camera here. And you can see things are fairly quiet around our area, but that's not the case as you go farther north. Take a look here at the I-75 camera right there near just 3 miles north of Haley, and you can see that mountain there, and you can see the fire flames right along the side of that. So that just gives you an idea of how close it is to 75. As we continue to what we're going to see here as far as visibilities have been down to about 8 miles. I do apologize for the black. It's okay. As what we're going to see here, what we're going to have as far as 6-mile visibility, the smoke continues to slide its way through the Haley area. High temperatures 91, 95, not nearly as hot, but now we're seeing temperatures 73 for both Haley, Twin Falls, 92 Mountain Home, and the winds right now fairly calm, but I think winds are going to pick up. I'll tell you when coming up in your full Weather Authority forecast.
3 new cases of West Nile virus have been found in southern Idaho, bringing the current state total to 5. A Washington County man and a Waukee County man and a woman from Payette County all have been recently infected. The virus is usually contracted from the bite of an infected mosquito. It's not spread from person to person through casual contact. Police need your help tracking down the person using a stolen credit card. The Twin Falls Police Department says a woman stole a credit card during a vehicle burglary. She's described as having brown hair and a thin build. The woman has been seen with a male wearing a black baseball cap and black sweatshirt. The suspect used the stolen credit card to purchase items, most recently at an Oasis Stop and Go in Twin Falls on June 21st. If you recognize this woman, call the Twin Falls Police Department at 735-7200. Professional cowboys are roping calves for a good cause. We'll tell you all about their mission. Plus, a merger in jackpot will mean big changes at one local casino. Your news at 10. We'll be right back.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your Weather Authority forecast. This is Idaho's First News at 10.
Changes are happening at a popular casino in Jackpot. Cactus Pete's is owned by Ameristar, which was bought out by Nevada-based company Pinnacle Entertainment. Andrew Reed, Idaho's First News, tells us what this means for the guests.
It's official. Pinnacle Entertainment and Ameristar Casinos are now one company. Pinnacle purchased Ameristar, doubling in size. As a result of the transaction, the company added 8 properties and will operate a total of 16 casinos in 9 states.
Our focus remains being really the destination gaming resort for our guests here in Northern Nevada, and really creating those memorable, magical experiences for our guests when they come.
With the recent purchase, guests will see some changes in the future.
Our guests will see some additional benefits coming their way in 2014 as we merge the Players program for Ameristar and Pinnacle.
As Hamblin explains, employees are excited for the company's future.
Now 16 properties nationwide, that's just so much more opportunity for our guests and our team members.
In Jackpot, Andrew Reed, Idaho's First News.
Now, the magnitude of the changes aren't clear at this time. We will continue to follow this story and bring that information to you as it becomes available. Once again, professional rodeo cowboys are roping calves for a good cause. Jay Michaels for Idaho's First News takes us to Gooding to see how they're helping families in need.
The second annual Caring Cowboys Beef Counts Open Calf Roping is coming to Gooding this weekend. Professional rodeo cowboys returning from last year include Cody Ohl, Matt Shizawa, and Wayne Hanchy.
We have some of the top talent, top names in the Pro Rodeo Cowboys Association for a 3-go-around, top 12 short go.
Last year, the Caring Cowboys raised $7,700, which was matched by AgriBeef to feed families in need. That money bought 35,000 3-ounce servings of beef, which were handed out in Gooding, Wendell, Kimberly, and Buell. For many in the Magic Valley, hunger is a daily struggle.
Having to see hard things every day, those reactions from our clients, it's amazing. It just puts that spark in their eye and it gives them hope again.
Hope that's evident in the eyes of the people who receive this much-needed meat they couldn't otherwise afford.
We encourage everybody to come. There's no charge to get in. We're asking for free will or cash donation and/or 2 cans of food to be donated directly to the Idaho Food Bank and its partner right there in Gooding, Helping Hearts and Hands.
When it comes to roping calves and raising money, if you're wondering where the beef is, it's right here. In Magic Valley, Jay Michaels, Idaho's First News.
A cowboy auction will begin at 2 Sunday afternoon, August 18th, with the calf roping at 3. This all takes place at the Gooding County Fairgrounds on the north end of Gooding.
And taking a look here at your yard sale forecast. Still some yard sales going on this summer. Temperatures will be in the 60s and 70s by the time we start things off in the morning. But what about the rest of the weekend? Somebody asked me, do I have good news when it comes to the forecast? I'll let you know coming up next.
Market updates brought to you by Waddell & Reed.
This is your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Brian Newdorf.
Well, it was hot today, just not nearly as hot as it was, say yesterday. We did get in the mid-90s, 95 degrees, but yesterday's high temperature was 102. Take a look at the numbers now, and temperature-wise, we are still seeing them at 73 degrees Twin Falls, 63 Stanley, Burns there at 65, Elko at 76, Las Vegas right now still holding on to 101 here at the Broadcast Center, 82. Why is there a 10-degree difference from what's happening here in town and what's happening at the airport? Well, urban versus rural. Pretty much that's the big explanation there. As you look at the satellite and radar and some elevation as well. Satellite and radar, things are quiet. No good news as far as these fires go. Any moisture that we have goes north, stays away. A weak system slides in here as we go into Saturday night and into Sunday, but it doesn't have much with it. The only thing that I'm concerned about is the potential of some gusty winds starting Saturday night and going into Sunday across the region. Here's how we see things, but that air quality alert continues until further notice for Sun Valley. Back over to Mountain Home, Boise, they reevaluate this every day at midday. Some of these could drop off, some of these could come back on. I still expect to see Sun Valley, Haley, and that area still under that. Also, the red flag warning has been extended until Saturday at 9 o'clock, and again, more gusty winds, especially with these fires. They kind of produce their own weather microclimate, if you will, around these fires. And of course, we've got lots of dry conditions, so those are going to continue as well. well. But the overall system, jet stream puts a little bit of a dip in our area. It does remain dry and warm, and with that little system passing through, especially Saturday night and into Sunday, winds could pick up. But temperatures probably similar to what we had today, 93, 95, maybe 96 for a high. And then as we go into Sunday, a little cooler, but it's not much. We're still looking at high temperatures to reach the low 90s on Sunday. The other story, while not much or not at all seeing any precipitation, mostly sunny here on Saturday, it's going to be the winds on Sunday. Take a look at these picking up to anywhere from 10 to 20, and that's not what you want to see in that general area of 27, 25 miles an hour Sunday afternoon. That will just help to exacerbate and spread the fire if these winds were to verify. Keep in mind, it's one computer model, but still. So hazy smoke, mostly clear, 49 in the Wood River region, but winds 5 to 10. Occasionally, though, around those fires, they can pick up to 25 miles an hour. Magic Valley, 60, mostly clear, light winds down here in the Magic Valley, and for the Mini-Cassia area should be fairly quiet, and a low temperature of 55 degrees. Then for tomorrow, 91, sunny, hot. We could still see some hazy smoke continuing in that area. Sunny and hot with hazy smoke in the parts of the Magic Valley, 96 degrees in the Mini-Cassia area, 94, mostly sunny and hot as well. Take a look here, Magic Valley Speedway forecast, 95, 85, and 77 degrees as we're going out to the Speedway for tomorrow. Shouldn't be too bad, but dress cool. It's going to be hot to start. 92 on Sunday, 94 degrees on Monday, Tuesday 93, Wednesday 91, 94 on Thursday, 89 on Friday. There is chances of showers and storms, but the key thing is storms. That's what we got us into these fire danger about a week ago. As you look at the mountains, 87 on Sunday, Monday 90 degrees, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 89, 84, and then 82. But there is a chance of showers and storms both Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in the mountains as well. There's a look at your forecast.
In this week's Fit and Well Idaho, we're introducing you to new technology at St. Luke's Magic Valley. More on how this can help doctors assess your problems quickly coming up.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your Weather Authority forecast. This is Idaho's First News at 10.
Intensive care is going virtual at St. Luke's. The Electronic Intensive Care Unit, or EICU, will improve patient care in remote areas. Brittany Cooper explains in this week's Fit and Well Idaho.
The Fit and Well program is brought to you by St. Luke's and Select Health.
We're getting a patient into this room who is in the cath lab right now. He came in through the emergency department.
Jenny Hopkins is the nurse manager in the intensive care unit at St. Luke's Magic Valley. She is communicating via the EICU to a nurse at the EICU Control Center in Boise. As a 15-year veteran at St. Luke's, she wanted to give the Twin Falls Hospital an edge.
So really looked at this platform of the EICU. We did several site visits to go see what it was about to make sure it was something that was right for us. And after seeing it, it was mind-changing. I didn't go into it thinking that it was going to be the best for us, but after seeing how it worked and how it could give you that extra level of support and really help provide the best care for our patients, I was sold.
We were able to see changes in patients' condition through trending of vital signs or even sudden changes in vital signs. And so we can consult with the bedside nurse on if there's a concern on a patient change.
The program does things like filtering through vital signs, giving the staff in Twin Falls an extra set of eyes virtually.
Patients get 24-hour intensivist coverage. There's a doctor in here from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. that has access to all the patient's records. They can look at the patient physically with this camera that I'm using right now.
Funding for this technology has been made available through an $11.7 million innovation award from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. For Fit and Well Idaho, I'm Brittany Cooper.
All right, Jason Carter joins us now for a look at sports. And what do you have for us?
Well, we've got a good little collection. If you like sweet cars, we're going to talk some of that. Plus, we're going to head out to Gooding for the second night. Tough enough to wear pink. We'll have some of the top action coming up after this. Time out.
Imagine a world where more calm.
This is Game Time, brought to you by Ford Family Eye Care.
We saw plenty of fantastic performances from last night's Pro Rodeo at the Gooding Fairgrounds, so we're going to head back out there tonight for even more. Night number 2 of that Gooding Pro, and it was tough enough to wear pink. Night action was very good. In the bareback riding, a couple of local favorites kicked things off. Everyone chasing a score of 87 from last night, though. This is Cody Demers, the CSI assistant coach, would help get the night started. The 4-time national finalist and former CSI great was on his game, the spectacular ride of 84. Then last season's Golden Eagle star performer Orrin Larson, top 10 in the Wilderness Circle in this event. Tonight his ride a little rough though, as he goes on to earn a score of 67. The other man to match the top ride, Stephen Peebles, the former Rookie of the Year in the Wilderness Circle, clipped Demir's ride and matched it with a score of 84. So both got to do their victory lap together in a bit of a comical sight after the conclusion of the event. Plenty of fun and games going on this evening. Now the final day of the Gooding Rodeo takes place tomorrow with action starting at 8. Now, how good is your golf team? You think it's good enough to win $50,000? Well, here's your chance to prove it. The United Way is hosting their 2nd annual hole-in-one contest next week. There will be multiple chances between the 19th and the 22nd. The 2 closest shots of the day from each of the courses, we'll tell you where the courses are in just a minute, will advance to Friday's final. The great part is each qualifying shot is only $1, and there is no limit to the number of shots.
You can take as many shots as you want at those courses that day. And like I said, last year we had one man who tried 67 times and finally qualified as one of the finalists. So it doesn't matter if you're not a great golfer, you just have to get lucky and hit it close to the pin.
Now this is a fun event. I tried a couple of times last year, didn't make it unfortunately, came close. Maybe this could be your year. Now if you're interested in trying to qualify, write down these dates. They'll be qualifying at Jerome Country Club the 19th through the 22nd. You can take your shots. Twin Falls Golf Course, otherwise known as Muni, will happen the 19th through the 21st are the days there, while Minnecasia area golfers can travel to Burley Golf Course between the 20th and 22nd to try their luck. 2 qualifiers will be picked each day from each course, making a total of 20 people with a shot at $50,000. Also out in Jerome, it's the always exciting Joe Mama's Car Show. The day kicked off with the old school cruise down Lincoln in Jerome. Now if you couldn't catch any of the festivities this evening, don't worry, you still have another day to get in your cool car fix. The cars, though, are only part of the excitement.
Just all kinds of great things for the Valley to help support your local charities and different things. Just want to invite the whole community out, come out and support all the great businesses, the vendors that are going to be here for, they're getting out here early tomorrow to help support this whole event. So it'd be really nice to see all you people come out and enjoy the day with us.
Now activities tomorrow kick off at 9:30 a.m. and run through 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just a $10 donation to put your car in the park, while spectators can tour all of the vehicles for free. To the baseball diamond, the Boise Hawks left the comfy combines of the state's capital and are currently in the middle of a battle with the Tri-City Dust Devils. The Hawks, who are also in a battle for the second half title with Salem Kaiser, currently lead Tri-City 3-1 in the 7th inning. The Hawks are currently in 2nd place in that playoff hunt. Meanwhile, the Idaho Falls Chuckers still get to sleep in their own beds, at least for a few days. They close out their 4-game series with Billings this evening. The game was close until the top of the 8th inning when the Mustangs put a 4 spot on the board to kind of blow it open. They would go on to hold on for the 9-6 win. Now, despite the loss, the Chuckers have won 9 of their last 12 games. Amy?
To catch up on all the day's news, weather, and sports anytime from any place, just log on to KMVT.com. You can also check us out on Facebook, Twitter, our mobile app, and SyncBack. Your News at 10 will be right back.
September 3rd.
If you're planning on going to Durkee's Lake this weekend, there will be no lifeguards on duty. With summer coming to an end, city officials say lifeguards will no longer watch the lake this season. The popular swimming place will remain open. City officials warn swimmers you are at your own risk while in the water.
Even if we have lifeguards on duties, you're a parent, you should be watching your kids. You know, we do have a small, I call it the baby area, the shallow area. Maybe it's up to 2 feet deep. You know, we want the small kids there. But we really stress to all parents, they should be watching their kids when they're swimming at all times.
The park is open at 7 in the morning and closes at 9 in the evening. All right, Jason, this weekend in sports.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. Magic Valley Speedway, they're closing out their season quickly, but the Race of Champions, they welcome back past champions all in one big race. Kind of fun happening out there tomorrow.
All right, and weather?
Yeah, it should be nice out there, but again, we're still going to be watching the possibility of dry conditions. Red flag warnings continue up to the north, and of course, gusty winds by Sunday could hurt the fire situation up there as well.
All right, thanks so much for tuning in this evening. We will see you back here on Monday. Have a great weekend.
Closed captioning provided by Team Con Paulus.